Hey everyone, how we feeling? Don't these two look incredible? All right, so for those of you who do not know me, I'm Sandro. Not only am I co-best man, but I had the privilege of being Chris's college roommate. He was pretty messy. Did he get better? No? Okay, thought so. But I'll never forget our first day of college. To be honest, I was pretty nervous, but luckily for me, I had a new roommate who didn't seem nervous at all. He was outgoing, confident, personable, and unapologetically himself. Not only did that help me feel less scared, but it inspired me in a lot of ways. So that first night of college, we decided to go out and go to some parties. We quickly realized this place wasn't scary at all, and in fact, it was really fun, maybe too much fun. Towards the end of that first night, we ended up in a good old Geneseo frat basement and happened to meet a girl named Erin. A couple days later, it's our first week of classes. Chris came home from calculus with a big smile on his face. When I asked him what was up, he said something like, "Dude, that hot girl from the party the other night is in my math class, and she sat next to me." Little did I know that that was the first description I would ever hear about his future wife. Over time, I then got the pleasure to know Erin really well and learned that not only was she kind and cool, smart, hardworking and fun, but she could also tell you anything and everything about the Bills and loved beer. Basically way cooler than Chris in every way. So I immediately told Chris, "You better marry this girl." But I think the biggest thing I learned when getting to know both Chris and Erin throughout my time in college was that they just both had the purest and biggest hearts. And at the end of the day, I think life is pretty simple. Be kind to the people around you, love with your whole heart, and if you can do those two things, you're living a full life. And everything else will just have a way of falling into place. And I honestly can't think of two kinder or more loving people than Chris and Erin. They're truly incredible individuals who were lucky enough to find each other. And because of that, I know their life together will be filled with happiness and, most of all, an incredible amount of love. So I'd like to raise a glass to Chris and Erin, the Maxes. I love you both, and I'm so happy for you. Cheers.
After you, sir. Here, swap, yeah. All right, thank you. I'm wishing I went first, because that's going to be hard to follow. But good evening, everyone. My name is Connor, and I am Chris's co-best man and one of his childhood friends. Chris asked me to come up here and make fun of him for a couple minutes. I was pushing for 30 minutes, but I didn't think that was going to fly with the bride, so consider yourself lucky, Chris. Chris and I first met when he moved right up the street from me in the 3rd grade. Some of my earliest memories of us include playing lots of Minecraft, youth lacrosse, where Chris was a part of the famous Chris Max Mandia midfield line, and less famously, when Chris and I formed a band with another friend, also named Connor, of which we named the 3 C's. Surprisingly, despite our incredibly thoughtful name and Chris's beautiful pipes, our band never took off. But certainly our friendship did. The Maxes are, of course, a wonderful family, and Chris is the youngest of 4, for people who don't know. He has 3 much better looking, more athletic older sisters.
Yeah.
But what Chris might have lacked in these areas, Chris made up for in his character, heart, and intelligence. You might have also noticed he can be rather loud at times. But I guess I would be too if I tried to get a word in at the dinner table over 3 older sisters. Chris is the best friend you could possibly ask for. He has a heart of gold. He's incredibly funny, eccentric at times, extremely empathetic, sensitive, which sometimes didn't bode well growing up. We all later came to admire this trait about him, and I'll always think of him as the brother that I never had. However, at some point, we knew we'd have to separate and go off to college. Chris, of course, went to Geneseo, much like his 3 older sisters, and acted like he ever had a choice, although we all knew he didn't. It was destiny. And this is where our beautiful bride enters the picture. Winter break, freshman year, Chris came home and mentioned a girl named Erin. Each subsequent break, sure enough, Erin's name continued to come up. Fast forward to winter break, junior year, Chris mentioned that Erin would be coming to our New Year's Eve party, but he kindly reminded us that they were not dating. The party rolls around, and there's Erin. Mind you, this is one of my first memories of her. Shotgunning a Labatt Blue Light faster than anyone I've ever seen. And eating an entire chicken wing in one bite. It was in that exact moment I knew she was perfect for Chris. Shortly after that, I pulled Chris to the side and said, dude, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? She's not gonna wait around forever. Well, about 10 minutes later, Chris asked Erin to be his girlfriend. And some people would say the rest is history. In all seriousness, though, it's been incredible watching your love grow since. Erin, you are the perfect addition to our lives. You are beautiful, you are kind, and you are patient, which you will need with Chris. Chris, I love you so much. I couldn't be prouder of you. And at this point, I'd like to raise a toast. Chris, Erin, I'm wishing you forever happiness, good health, and love. And I'll leave you with this. And I know all you Buffalonians will know this one. And I think it's perfect. Where would you rather be than right here, right now? Cheers.